Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. If you're an RPG fan with a Nintendo Switch, you're in luck because we've got some fantastic new games to talk about today. These are fresh RPG experiences that just hit the Switch, and I'm going to break down what each one offers. Let's jump right into it. Atelier Resleriana, the Red Alchemist and the White Guardian, offers a refreshing blend of classic alchemy systems, turn-based combat, and light exploration that feels welcoming while still giving you plenty to tinker with. You follow Rias and Slade as they travel through a world shaped by forgotten alchemists, gathering materials, exploring shifting dimensional paths, and slowly restoring the abandoned town of Halfine. Crafting sits at the heart of the adventure, using a color-based synthesis grid that rewards experimentation as you shape traits, morph recipes, and discover new item variations. Combat leans into timing and team synergy, with a timeline system that lets you chain actions, mix items mid-battle, and build a gauge for powerful Unite techniques that turn the flow in your favor. Between runs, you manage a small shop, invest in the town's reconstruction, and unlock new story beats as the settlement grows. The result is a cozy yet engaging RPG loop, where crafting, exploring, and upgrading blend smoothly, making it a standout for players who enjoy thoughtful progression and gentle, character-driven journeys.
まずは私続きます続くねよーし追撃するせいやそこだ一気に行くわ
Ninth Dawn Remake delivers a sprawling action RPG adventure that feels packed with things to do from the moment you step into its open world. The game blends fast, responsive combat with a huge amount of exploration, letting you dive into dozens of handcrafted dungeons full of loot, secrets, and creatures to battle. Progression stays flexible as you shape your build through gear upgrades, new spells, and attribute growth, while the creature raising system adds an extra layer of strategy by letting you hatch monster eggs and bring loyal companions into fights. The world is dense with quests, villages to help, and side activities that break up the dungeon crawling, including a full fishing survival mode and a deck-based card game you can play between adventures. You can even switch to a first-person view for a different feel while exploring. Co-op support makes the journey even more fun, whether you're teaming up online or playing locally, and the crafting system ties everything together as you forge weapons, enhance equipment, and prepare for tougher regions. It's a generous, content-rich RPG that rewards curiosity and offers a smooth, steady rhythm of discovery and progression. This county blends management, light RPG elements, and a cozy small-town vibe into a surprisingly engaging experience on Switch. You take over your aunt's modest supermarket in the harbor town of Blomkest, and from there, the game opens into a steady rhythm of stocking shelves, tracking demand, rearranging aisles, and negotiating with suppliers as your store gradually evolves. The day-to-day loop feels satisfying as you expand your inventory, manage profits, and slowly turn a cramped shop into a thriving business, all while meeting locals who each bring their own quirks, problems, and small mysteries. Outside working hours, you can wander the town to uncover stories, build relationships, and learn more about Blomkest's subtle undercurrents, which gives the managerial side more emotional weight. The interface stays clean and accessible, and the relaxed pacing invites you to tune into the flow of running a store without pressure. Even with occasional performance dips, especially outdoors, the charm of its world, the meaningful interactions, and the sense of building something from scratch make Disc County a warm, rewarding alternative to traditional RPGs. The Lunar Remastered collection brings two classic PlayStation JRPGs to modern platforms with enhanced visuals and quality-of-life improvements, while preserving what made them beloved in the first place. Lunar, Silver Star Story, follows Alex, a young adventurer who idolizes Dragon Master Dawn and dreams of becoming a hero himself, leading to a journey across the world to stop an ancient evil from returning. Lunar 2, Eternal Blue, takes place 1,000 years later with Hero, a young explorer who meets Lucia, a a mysterious girl from the Blue Star who's come to save the world from Zofar. Both games feature traditional turn-based combat, where positioning matters as characters in the back row take less damage, but also deal less, and you'll manage MP carefully since magic is powerful but limited. The games are known for their character-driven stories, with strong party dynamics and relationships that develop throughout the adventure. Dungeon exploration is straightforward, with visible enemies you can try to avoid or engage, and puzzle elements are light, keeping the focus on story and combat. The remaster adds new animated cutscenes, redrawn character portraits, and improved translations that better capture the original Japanese script's tone.
La 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 la.
The 100 line, Last Defense Academy, delivers a tense mix of tactical battles and narrative choice, placing you in the role of Takumi Sumino, a student suddenly thrust into a strange academy where 15 teenagers must survive 100 days of relentless attacks. Combat unfolds on grid-based maps where positioning, specialist abilities, and careful voltage management shape every encounter, giving each clash a sharp, strategic edge. Between missions, the Academy becomes a place to breathe, explore, and build connections with your classmates as you uncover what the school really is and why these students were chosen. Dialogue choices and relationship building matter a lot here, branching the story toward a massive range of possible outcomes and encouraging multiple playthroughs. The tone leans dramatic and mysterious, supported by sharp writing and a cast that grows more compelling as their secrets surface. Paired with a sleek visual style and a steady cycle of preparation, combat, and downtime, the game balances pressure and reflection in a way that keeps the momentum strong, making it one of the more ambitious and rewarding tactical RPGs available on Switch.
Student enemies for 100 days. An academy shrouded in secrecy. And the unavoidable loss of allies. Can Takumi survive this 100-day trial, colored by extreme and despair, and return to his normal life?
Demonschool mixes tactical combat, social sim progression, and stylish horror to create a distinctive RPG loop on Switch. You follow Faye, a first-year student who quickly learns that her island university hides a demon-filled underworld, and she teams up with a group of classmates to balance lectures by day and supernatural missions after dark. Battles unfold through a planning phase where you set every movement and attack in advance. Then, watch the entire turn play out in one smooth sequence, encouraging clever positioning, chained abilities, and team-based combos unlocked through character bonds. Outside combat, you manage a weekly schedule that lets you study, train, take on side tasks, or spend time with your growing cast of allies, each adding new skills and personality to the party. The world blends 2D characters with moody 3D environments inspired by classic horror, giving every mission a sharp atmosphere. As the stakes rise, the mix of strategy, exploration, and relationship building settles into a satisfying rhythm, making Demonschool a memorable and refreshingly modern twist on school life RPGs. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, is the long-awaited sequel to the 3DS classic that expands on the life simulation and RPG hybrid formula. You're a new arrival in a fantasy world where you can choose from various life classes like warrior, mage, carpenter, blacksmith, cook, and more, each with their own progression systems and gameplay styles. The story involves mysterious time distortions appearing across the land and a girl who seems connected to these anomalies. But the narrative takes a back seat to the freedom of living the life you want. You can focus entirely on combat classes and battle monsters in real-time action combat, or ignore fighting completely and spend your time crafting, gathering, and building up your workshop. Each life class has specific challenges and quests that reward you with better equipment and recipes. The crafting system is deeper than the original, with mini-games for different activities like timing hammer swings for blacksmithing or mixing ingredients properly for cooking. You can switch between life classes anytime, and skills learned in one class often help with others. A miner can gather better materials for a blacksmith to use. The world is large, with multiple regions to explore, each with different resources, monsters, and NPCs offering quests. Citizen Sleeper 2: Starward Vector continues the narrative-driven RPG experience where you play as a sleeper, a digitized human consciousness in an artificial body, trying to survive in the harsh reality of space stations on the edge of civilization. You're on the run from the corporation that owns your body, taking contracts and odd jobs while building relationships with the various people you encounter. The gameplay uses a dice-based system, where each cycle you roll dice that determine what actions you can take. Higher rolls give better chances of success for difficult tasks like repairs, hacking, or negotiations. You'll need to manage your body's condition as it deteriorates over time, requiring maintenance and specific resources to keep functioning. The writing is phenomenal, with branching storylines based on your choices and which NPCs you choose to help or trust. Unlike the first game, which took place on a single station, this sequel has you traveling between locations on your ship, adding a sense of journey and exploration. Each area has its own problems, factions, and characters with interweaving storylines. You'll take on various roles, from cargo hauler to information broker to saboteur, depending on which contracts you accept. Raidou Kuzunoha vs. the Soulless Army gets the remaster treatment, bringing this cult classic Shin Megami Tensei spin-off to modern platforms with improved visuals and smoother gameplay. Set in 1930s Japan, you play as Raidou Kuzunoha XIV, a young devil summoner who works as a detective protecting the capital from supernatural threats while maintaining his cover as a high school student. The story involves investigating a series of mysterious incidents connected to soulless soldiers appearing throughout the city, and you'll need to uncover the conspiracy behind them. Combat is action-based, where you directly control Raidou with sword attacks and gunfire, while commanding demons to use their abilities. The demon recruitment system is classic SMT. You can talk to enemy demons during battle to negotiate with them, and if you give them what they want, or answer their questions correctly, they'll join your party. Each demon has different abilities and elemental affinities, and you can fuse them together to create stronger demons with new skills. Exploration takes place in a semi-open Tokyo, where you'll visit different districts, talk to NPCs for information, and take on investigation cases that range from tracking down lost items to solving supernatural murders. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma takes everything fans love about the series and transplants it to a Japanese-inspired setting filled with yokai, samurai aesthetics, and traditional festivals. You arrive in the land of Azuma as an outsider and quickly get involved in protecting the region from earth dragons and other threats, while building up your farm and relationships with the townspeople. The gameplay perfectly blends farming simulation with action RPG dungeon crawling. You'll spend mornings tending crops, caring for monsters you've tamed, and crafting items. Then head out to explore dungeons filled with enemies and bosses in real-time combat. Combat is smooth, with various weapon types from katanas to fans to magic spells, and you can bring tamed monsters along as party members who fight alongside you and have their own special abilities. The crafting system is extensive, covering farming, cooking, forging, alchemy, and more, with hundreds of recipes to discover. What makes Rune Factory special is how all these systems interconnect. Better crops let you cook better food for dungeon exploration, monsters you tame can help with farm work, and materials from dungeons are used in crafting equipment. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster brings back two of the most beloved PlayStation RPGs with updated visuals and modern conveniences. The first game follows you as the son of a famous general who gets caught up in a rebellion against a corrupt empire. And you'll need to recruit 108 Stars of Destiny, unique characters who join your cause and help build your headquarters into a thriving base. The second game is set years later in a neighboring region where you're forced to lead another rebellion after your home is destroyed. Both games use traditional turn-based combat where you control a party of 6 characters. And there's a rock-paper-scissors style duel system for one-on-one fights and large-scale army battles that play out strategically. The recruitment system is the heart of these games. Each of the 108 characters has their own personality, and many have side quests or specific requirements to join. Your headquarters grows as you recruit more people, adding new shops, minigames, and facilities. The HD Remaster cleans up the pixel art, adds quality-of-life features like auto-battle and dialogue logs, and includes a conversation encyclopedia. Trails in the Sky first chapter kicks off the legendary Trails series with a slow burn story that builds one of gaming's most detailed worlds. You play as Estelle Bright, a cheerful girl training to become a bracer, basically a freelance problem solver who helps people alongside her adopted brother, Joshua. What starts as a simple journey across the kingdom doing odd jobs gradually reveals a complex political conspiracy. The turn-based combat uses a grid system where positioning matters, and characters can move around the battlefield. Each character uses arts, which are magic spells created by equipping quartz items in their orbment, a customizable system that lets you build characters however you want. The game emphasizes exploration and talking to NPCs, and almost every townsperson has unique dialogue that changes as the story progresses. Side quests are well written and often have time limits, encouraging you to check the Bracer Guild regularly for new assignments. Combat encounters are visible on the map, so you can avoid or engage them strategically. The story takes its time developing characters and the world, which some might find slow but creates incredible payoff later. This is the first chapter of a larger arc, so it ends on a cliffhanger. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, brings the tactical masterpiece to Switch with enhanced visuals and includes both the original game and its sequel. The original follows Ramza Beulve, a young noble caught in a brutal war between kingdoms while uncovering a conspiracy involving the church and ancient powers. The story is mature and political, dealing with class struggles, betrayal, and the cost of war. Combat is tactical and takes place on 3 D-grid battlefields where height, terrain, and positioning are crucial. You'll build a team of characters by choosing from over 20 job classes like Knight, Black Mage, Monk, and Dragoon, each with unique abilities. Characters can learn skills from different jobs and combine them for powerful builds. Between battles, you'll manage your roster, buy equipment, and navigate a calendar system where story battles trigger at specific times. The job progression system is deep. You need to master certain jobs to unlock advanced ones, creating meaningful, long-term planning. Random encounters let you level up and earn money, but the difficulty can spike during story missions. The remaster includes improved translations, quality-of-life features like autosave, and both the War of the Lions content and the sequel, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition finally brings the Wii U's ambitious sci-fi RPG to Switch, with improved visuals and all DLC included. Humanity has fled Earth after it's destroyed in an alien war, and you're part of Blade, an organization exploring the massive planet Mira while searching for the missing Lifehold core that contains humanity's sleeping population. The game emphasizes exploration above all else. Mira is absolutely huge, with 5 distinct continents filled with towering creatures, hidden caves, and breathtaking vistas. Combat is real-time, where you control one character while AI handles your party members, using auto-attacks and arts with cooldowns. You'll build combos by staggering enemies and inflicting status effects. The class system lets you experiment with different weapon combinations and playstyles, and you can switch classes to learn new arts. The biggest game changer is unlocking Skells, giant mechs you can pilot that completely transform exploration and combat, letting you fly across the planet and take on massive enemies. Character customization is extensive, with appearance options and gear that visually changes on your character. The game has hundreds of missions, ranging from story quests to simple fetch tasks, and there's a lot of MMO-style grinding.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight! Shadow strike!
Assault hammer!
Nice! Move in and do some damage!
Flame grenade!
Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake reimagines the games that started it all with the stunning HD 2D visual style that combines pixel characters with detailed 3D environments and lighting effects. The first game is straightforward. You're the descendant of the legendary hero Erdrick, tasked with rescuing the princess and defeating the Dragon Lord who's terrorizing the kingdom. It's a solo adventure where you'll explore the world, level up, find better equipment, and gradually grow strong enough to challenge the final dungeon. Dragon Quest II expands the formula significantly. You control the Prince of Maidenhall and eventually recruit 2 cousins to form a party as you track down 5 crests needed to reach the villain. Both games use traditional turn-based combat with a simple menu system where you choose to attack, cast spells, use items, or defend. The remakes add quality-of-life improvements like quest markers, faster battle speeds, expanded item storage, and the ability to save anywhere instead of only at King's. The HD 2D visual style brings new life to these classic worlds, with gorgeous lighting, weather effects, and dynamic camera angles during exploration. Both games have been rebalanced to be less grindy than the originals while maintaining the challenge. New monster animations and updated music arrangements enhance the experience. And there's our top 15 new RPGs on Nintendo Switch. From tactical masterpieces to open-world adventures and remakes of absolute classics, there's something here for every RPG fan. Which of these are you most excited to play? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.